Friday. I'm a 28-year-old woman working as a bartender in a bar. Tonight at work, a very strange older man came in for a drink. The moment he sat down, I got a bad feeling about him. He ordered a beer and started talking about his day. He said he was originally from the area, but had moved to the state capital back in the 70s or 80s. He visits town for 1 week every July. The conversation seemed normal at first. He talked about his family and what it was like growing up here. After about 10 minutes, he pulled out envelopes filled with photos. My gut told me something was off, but I hoped it would just be pictures from his travels. The first photo he showed me was an AI-generated image of a cat on a surfboard. But after that, all the photos were of young women, also AI-generated, most of them celebrities wearing revealing Daisy Duke-style outfits. I tried to be friendly and commented on how crazy it is that the internet can create such realistic photos. At one point, he showed me a real photo of a woman he watches on YouTube. She was dressed in tiny shorts and bent over the engine of her truck. I was immediately uncomfortable, especially when he pointed out how young and pretty she looked. He said he liked her videos because she looked like a teenager, even though she's actually in her 30s. As someone who's around the same age and appearance, this deeply unsettled me. I went to the back and told my boss that I was getting a weird vibe from the guy. He agreed and said the cooks had already mentioned him. A coworker had apparently spoken to the old man the night before outside of work. My boss thanked me for letting him know and asked me to get him if anything else happened. When I returned to the bar, the man was still shuffling through his photos. He said he couldn't show me anymore because the women in them were either only wearing underwear or completely nude. I tried to avoid him as best I could, but the few other patrons were sitting at tables, leaving me exposed at the bar. While I cleaned behind the bar, he started talking again, this time about the YouTube girl. He repeated how young she looked and how much he liked that about her. I ignored him, responding with the bare minimum, just trying to make it to closing time. With about 2 minutes left before closing, he began talking about why he moved away from this town. I wasn't really listening until he mentioned being told to leave by the county court. I didn't ask questions, but he continued anyway. He said he was sent away because of something breast-related involving a girl in elementary school. I was stunned. From his age, it was clear he wasn't a child at the time. He seemed to be admitting to something serious. He said the girl told the teacher on him, even though it didn't happen. He claimed no one believed him, so he was sent away. He added that he resented her for many years until he learned she had special needs and couldn't have made up a lie like that. At this point, I was ready to tell my boss to kick him out. I quickly tried to end the conversation, saying I hoped he enjoyed his trip and had a safe journey home. He slowly packed his things, but instead of heading out, he talked more, dragging out the exit. I walked to the front of the bar near the door, ready to lock up once he left. He walked toward the door, slower than I've ever seen anyone move, and kept facing toward me, even when I stood away. I was scared, so I called my husband and put the phone in my pocket in case something happened. Thankfully, at that moment, the owner turned off half the lights and walked toward me. I politely told the man we were closed and wished him a safe trip again. As he opened the door to leave, he turned around, made direct eye contact with me for the first time all night, and said, "I'll probably be back tomorrow to see you. I don't leave town until Sunday. Saturday. I went into work the next night and immediately told my coworkers about the encounter. We joked nervously about the man, and I said if he came back, I would card him just to get his name so I could Google him. I wanted to know if I was just creeped out or if there was a real reason my gut felt so off. One of my coworkers, the one who had spoken to him outside of work, interrupted and told us his first name. The rest of the night went by smoothly. The old man didn't come back. Some of the male coworkers made sure to walk all the women out to their cars, just in case he was lurking nearby. When I got home, I spent over an hour searching for the man online. I looked through mugshots of men with the same first name. Eventually, I found him, and my heart dropped. I clicked on his mugshot and found an article about a murder case from the 1990s. According to the article, he was the prime suspect. The only DNA evidence they had at the time matched him. He was sent to prison. After a mental health evaluation and further investigation, a second round of DNA testing came back saying he wasn't the killer, so he was released. I found multiple Reddit posts from people in the state capitol describing the same man. He's somewhat notorious for creeping out young women at their workplaces, and the stories were eerily similar to mine. Some posters said he had made their mothers uncomfortable years ago, and now he's doing the same to their teenage daughters. After reading all of that, I became convinced he really did it, that he really was guilty. I had this overwhelming feeling that I shouldn't have been so polite to him or spoken to him as much as I did. I've barely slept the past few nights. I'm not necessarily scared of him coming back, but I can't stop thinking about the young girls who may interact with him regularly. I had one single encounter, and it shook me to my core. I truly hope I never see this man again.